Hey y'all, it's Dr. Know-It-All. Happy Tuesday. I am still in Las Vegas, obviously. Conference going on, but I've got a little break, and I really wanted to talk about this because this is very exciting, and I did a thing. So stay tuned. I think you'll probably figure out what that thing is. But Bernd Bornisch, who I have actually interviewed before, if you haven't caught that, you can definitely check it out up here, and I've actually gotten to shake Neo's hand before. Neo is on the right there, obviously. They are releasing Neo into the wild, into people's houses, and you can order one for yourself. I will put a link in the description. Anyway, so let's check this out. I'm going to have to cut the music. It's so stupid annoying. Can I please tell everybody who releases these videos to put a separate video with no music on it for people who are doing reviews of it and stuff, because it causes so many problems. But anyway, Barrett's going to say, like, welcome to Neo. You can order it and all that kind of stuff, and then the music's going to cut in, so I'm going to cut the music out, and we will just talk through the rest of it. So this is a short version. There's a longer version, and I will cut to that in just a second, but I want to do the short version first.
My name is Bernd, and today we're launching Neo, our humanoid for the home.
Okay, so they're launching Neo, their humanoid for the home. So this is the ear, basically. This is inside of its head, which I'm a little bit surprised at, honestly, because I thought most of the circuitry would actually be in the body, but apparently they put the brain in the brain, or at least part of the brain in the brain. So here we go. So you can see it coming in there. I love the LED thing. So you can see Neo actually walking around, doing useful tasks around the home. This is something that Barrett has talked about for quite a while, is that he specifically wants to be able to have these robots work in people's homes. Very, very cool stuff. So you can see that the home is clean and Neo is doing, basic tasks. He's cleaning up dishes. He's doing things around the house, all that kind of stuff. And he's designed to be cute. So he's kind of cute. And by the way, he comes in 3 different colors: a beige color, a gray color like this, and a black color. They're all this sort of soft material, because the whole point is they're designed to be cobots, as Scott Walter and I have talked about ad nauseum in many other videos. And then Brent says that, they invite you into this journey with music. So you can go and you can pre-order Neo in the different colors for $20,000 or for $500 a month. You get early access for the $20,000 one, and you get for $500 a month. I'm not exactly sure. It says starting in 2026. So we will see. But anyway, you can order the 3. So you've got the black one, the beige one, and the gray one. $20,000 is a very fantastic price. And $499 a month is also very fantastic, because that's something, I don't know if they'll have a contract where you have to get at least 6 months or something like that, or whatever. But if there's no contract, you could actually try it out for a couple of months for $1,000, so you could see how Neo would work in your life. Okay, and on to the longer video, which has been introducing Neo again, just like in before, but a lot more footage here. I've not gone through all of this stuff in detail yet, because I'm kind of doing this like hot take here. So again, they cut the sound off because there's a lot of sound in everything, which is really annoying. So anyway, we'll watch the video together, and I will pull out the most important and impressive pieces. So you can see it's starting out with an older couple who needs help around the home and everything, and there's a little intro sequence in that, but you can see Neo in the background working while they're playing cards. And hey, since it's Vegas, I actually have a deck of cards myself. I've been playing solitaire myself. So there you go. Apparently, that's what you do when you have a Neo at your house. And so as the video rolls, you can see Neo doing nice, fun things. The editing is a little intense. It's advertising editing, right? Very, very active camera, moving around a lot of different things. But you'll see the same clips that we saw previously, but at a longer sort of pace here. So anyway, you can see him cleaning up the garbage, carrying boxes. This is cool. He's going down the stairs. We did not see that in the previous one. Going down the stairs without holding the rail, which is also a very impressive thing. He's dancing. So, we're getting lots of different things. He's doing some, I guess it's an Apple Vision Pro right there. So anyway, he's working with the person doing the Apple Vision Pro. Again, a lot of intercut of him in different places. He's outside now, and you're not getting a ton of information, but you can pull out pieces of this as you watch. And so you can, I guess you can put clothes on him. I guess that's part of what you're doing here. And again, I'm not exactly sure why the sort of grainy footage and everything. I don't know what their advertising department's decision was, but that's what you got. And then we get Barrett talking about how he's been trying to do this for a decade. He's been working for a decade to make this happen. And I'm going to try, because there's less music here, I'm going to try to insert a shot here of him talking with the music in the background. If it gets cut, sorry about that. You'll either get to see this, or of course I will leave a link in the description so you can watch this. You can see it starts at 1 minute and 17 seconds.
What is Neo, a reality? But to me personally, this started when I was like 10 years old. I grew up reading these beautiful books and watching these beautiful sci-fi movies where the future was all about how we as humans, we really focus on the things that matter to us. Rosie the robot would be ensuring family had time, or data would help humanity explore the galaxy. And I really hope that when you get your Neo now, we can help give you back some of that time so you can really spend it on what you feel is very meaningful to you.
So a beautiful vision. I really do love Bernd. He has been very focused on this for over a decade at this point, and it's really cool, and I hope Neo is extremely popular and that it's able to turn a profit for them as they're working. I don't think the first models will be profitable, but that part doesn't matter so much. It's getting it out there. And as Bernd said in an interview I did with him in March at GTC, he said the whole point is to get into the home and collect diverse data and to get data from all of this kind of stuff. And you can see a lot of other companies, including figure robotics, beginning to look that direction themselves. At the beginning, they were like just factory only. And Bernd has had a very different vision for this. And you can see the robot is designed that way. It's very short, right? It's only, it's shorter than me, I think 5'5" or something like that. But it's very short, very light, and it's got foofy stuff, right? It's got soft cloth on the whole exterior, and it's hard-ish, but if you bump it, it's not going to hurt you. You're going to hurt it more than it hurts you. So that gives it a huge advantage as being a cobot. It's able to exist in a home without being unsafe around your children or your pets or yourself. You would knock it over if you hit it. It wouldn't go the other way. It's not like a Terminator. It's like a very cute thing, and you can see that in its face. It's a very cute face as well. And of course, it can talk as well, which gives it a very approachable sort of vibe. And then back to more video about what's going on. Of course, this is basically robot porn here to see like all the internals and everything. So we start with the hand here. You can see the hand and the joints and everything. You can see that they are using linked actuators with cabling and everything, which we knew about, but of course that is a very, very impressive task. It'll be really interesting to see, and you can see all the squishy stuff that they put on the outside, right? That's to make it be as comfortable as possible to come into contact with, to make it as safe as possible, not comfortable. But anyway, you can see how everything flexes, how it's very, very supple and everything, and of course how it has hands. The basic goal of a robot is to transport hands to a place to do useful work. So that is very, very important. You can see here the camera and the eyes, of course, the brains, again, we saw that previously. That's inside the side of his head. So they're giving us some clues about how it's all put together, and the mechanical linkages and everything, and of course there's the colors you have. The mechanical linkage, like I was going to say, is a complicated thing to do because those tend to have stretch and everything. Now, Bernd says they have overcome that, but obviously it's taken a lot of time, a lot of work, and a lot of material science. But the neural networks are flexible enough that if there is some stretching in the cable linkages, it's able to compensate for that and still work and not fall over and still be able to have dexterity and, you know, pick up individual objects and things like that, like a human does, because our bodies change every day too. And our neural networks, our brains compensate for that. Okay, so here we get some facts and everything. So first of all, he's 5'6", which is about what I was guessing. I was remembering 5'5", 5'6". He's only 66 pounds. He weighs next to nothing. So even a child would be able to push it over. 4 hours of battery life with fast charging, which is reasonable for around the home because it's not going to be doing tasks constantly. Has a soft body, 3D lattice polymer. That was that plasticky sort of stuff that we saw, the latex thing. 1X Cortex based on NVIDIA, Jetson Thor. So that's very cool. 22 DOF hand, 22 degrees of freedom. Scott will be very happy about that. It can lift 154 pounds, which is very impressive. So that would be like a deadlift, picking it straight up, and it can carry 55 pounds, like carry things like that. It's got 4 microphones for 360-degree audio pickup, so it not only can hear sounds, but it can hear where it's coming from. So if you yell at it from another room, it can turn to you and it can go to the room. Has 3 speakers for immersive sound. I guess immersive in the sense that it will sound like it's actually coming from it. I mean, I don't expect your robot to be a Dolby sound system. And then of course it's got 2 times 8 megapixel cameras, fisheye cameras for vision. And the max noise level is 22 decibels. That is incredibly quiet. I think a mosquito is on the order of 21 decibels or something. So it's very, very, very quiet. So it's not going to be like ring, 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 things like that. And so that means you could even have it do tasks at night, assuming that these cameras are infrared or something. It could go around and it could clean up your house after you've gone to sleep. It could do it very quietly, so it's not bothering you, but it could do it at a time of your choosing, and you don't have to worry about the noise and everything of the robot working. So these are very, very impressive stats.
It combines AI and advanced hardware to help with daily chores and bring intelligence into your everyday life. Neo was engineered from the ground up for safety. Its tendon-driven body is quiet and lightweight. Its low-energy motions make it uniquely safe for you and your home. But safe doesn't mean limited. Neo's hardware comes packed with features like human-level dexterity and a 55-pound carrying capacity so that it can handle any of your chores reliably. We also worked really hard to make Neo's design friendly and comfortable to be around. Each Neo comes with a machine-washable knit suit, a head, and shoes that you can customize to fit your style. As for using your Neo, we made the experience simple. Out of the box, the core of your experience is fully autonomous. The chores feature lets you schedule a time for your Neo to do all of your chores so you can come back to a cleaner home every day. With the AI companion feature, you can talk to your Neo to get assistance with anything from a hard question to a household task.
Okay, so I want to call this out with the AI companion feature. So they've got a basic model, and then it sounds like what you're going to have to do is pay for additional features. So the chores part, I think, is the basic feature, and then the AI companion, if you want it to talk to you, you're going to have to pay for that one.
With Neo's autonomy, you can get access to all of its latest AI features to get help with tasks on demand. And the Neo app lets you interact with your Neo from anywhere.
So again, another cool little feature there is the fact that it will learn. It will have an ever-growing list of tasks that it's able to do, because he just said that there'll be a library of tasks that it can do. So at the beginning, maybe it can vacuum, pick up dishes, carry boxes, things like that. But over time, maybe it can fold your clothes, do laundry, all of that kind of stuff. So those features will be added on as the robot learns it. Will you have to pay for those extra features? That's unclear. But definitely they will have not freemium because you're paying for it originally, but there's going to be an increase in costs for more capability out of your robot, which is, again, reasonable.
But all you have to do to get started is turn on your Neo and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Neo. I'm here to help around the house. What's your name?
Harry.
Nice to meet you, Harry. When you have a question or want something done, just let me know.
And then, of course, we're moving on to chores, things that it can do. This is the basic, chores feature.
You give your Neo a list of chores, you schedule a time that you want them done so that you can focus on what matters to you while your Neo does the rest. You can schedule chores by either talking to your Neo or using the app. The way it works is you schedule a time that works best for you, and then you create a list of chores. Whether it's something more specific, like watering the plants on Tuesdays, or something more general, like tidying the house, your Neo will get it done at the scheduled time. If there are any chores that your Neo hasn't learned how to do autonomously, you can use expert mode to have an expert from EVANNEX supervise the session and provide corrective intervention to help Neo complete any task.
Okay, so that's really cool too. There will be tech support in the form of a human being that will be able to actually create tasks for you. Maybe there's a task that it's supposed to be able to do, but it does it a little bit awkwardly or something. And you can call them, and then they can do an interactive session where you can sort of teach it how to do that individual task. This is going to be fantastic for EVANNEX. They are going to get huge amounts of data because, of course, it's all those interventions that are the most valuable pieces of information for them. So really, really cool. So again, lots of really interesting stuff it's able to do. A lot of soft cloth things, right, that it's able to pick up. I love the fact that it's able to vacuum. That's very, very cool. And then you can actually get the NeoCam, so NeoCam point of view, which is very, very cool. And it's actually doing laundry already. So I take back that I said it was not able to do laundry previously. I don't know about folding, but it certainly was able to put it in, and it's taking dishes out of the dishwasher, which is even more impressive than putting it in the dishwasher and putting it onto cabinets and things. So all of that is really, really impressive that it's able to do that. It's able to pick up a small object like a pen. Again, it's showing off very, very nice dexterous movement. Like I said, everything else on the body is just designed to get the robot to be able to move its hands someplace useful. Note there that you've got water interacting with the hands, so that's impressive as well, that it's able to interact with it. And of course, it can plug itself in. A rather important feature for a humanoid robot. So it goes into a mode, and I'm assuming that whatever that, I guess maybe the LED sort of fills as it gets fuller or something. So very impressive stuff here. The plug is great. It looks like it's an inductive charging sort of thing, right? It just plugs in. Then we get to the AI companion feature, which is, I think, an add-on. Yeah. So again, this is specifically, it looks very much like Neo is designed to work to help older people that need more help. This is going to be very, very important as time goes on because there is an ever-aging population. So you can see it talking to it in an AI sort of way.
Neo is a speech-enabled AI companion made for any kind of conversation. Where other AI assistants are confined to your phone or computer, Neo lives with you in your physical space and has the ability to see, hear, and remember things about your surrounding environment to provide you with uniquely helpful assistance. For example, it can suggest what to cook based on what you have in the fridge, remember your progress while teaching you a new language, and even give you interior design advice. The gestures and the light rings express Neo's intentions. Its audio intelligence can also pick up on whether you are addressing it or someone else in the room to decide if it should respond or not. As you might expect from a home robot, Talking to Neo with natural language is the primary user interface for all of Neo's functionality, including autonomy.
And then we get to autonomous capabilities for it to be able to work with.
Neo comes with Redwood AI, enabling it to do basic household tasks autonomously.
So here you have the guy's cooking, he can't go get the door, so he asks Neo to go get the door for him, right? So he's able to understand and rationalize what is going on, what am I going to have to do? It's able to go to the store. Honestly, I'd rather have it chop vegetables. I'd rather have it do meal prep for me than answer the door. I'd rather go answer the door. But anyway, you can see how that's able to work. And again, really cool how it's able to handle this. It's like, put away the dishes, take my cup, put it back in the dishwasher or something. So walk to the kitchen. So you can see down at the bottom, sorry, I'm sort of covering that, but it's breaking down the task into pieces so that it understands how to do the task in, I guess, bite-sized chunks or something like that. Find keys and wallet, bring in groceries. So lots of different activities it's able to do using the smarts, the autonomous smarts. It's able to do things like feed the dogs. It's able to tidy the living room, whatever you want. It's able to do these kinds of things. And of course, the task list will grow, but it looks like it's already a pretty reasonable amount of things. Although chopping vegetables, I did not see it do. So I was actually very excited, and then I was like, oh no, it's not chopping vegetables.
The Neo you get today will only get better. And as we keep shipping features, it'll be more and more useful in your everyday life. Now, the journey there is not going to be perfect, and we're not going to pretend it's going to be. But as someone who lives with Neo every day, there is no experience quite as magical. So today, we're excited to invite you in on this journey. We believe that the future will be shaped not just by us, but by all of you who believe in this as deeply as we do. Now, if this is you, pre-order your Neo today at EVANNEX.tech.
Okay, so that's what they've got. You can see it's a very, very impressive launch. It's really cool. 2026, it doesn't say when in 2026. It could be January, it could be December of 2026, but it is coming. If you plunk down for the $20,000 version, you get priority, so you'll get one of the first ones. If you do the $500 per month instead, you will be at wherever you are in the line. So you'll get it eventually, but it might not even be in 2026. We'll see how fast they can manufacture these and how much demand there is for it. So in conclusion, what was the thing that I did today? Well, I obviously ordered one. So I got a gray one. I thought that was the nice neutralist color. I don't know, black was a little bit too intense black for me. But basically I was like, $200, you plunk it down, it's refundable. I was like, you can't really lose with that. So I would highly recommend going ahead and putting down the refundable deposit, and then you can make up your mind later. I thought the gray one was the best, but you can pick whichever you like. Let me know in the comments if you have ordered one or if you're going to order one. In fact, maybe I'll make a poll about that on X, because I would be very interested to get a sense of feedback from people, like how many, because they could easily have 1 million of these pre-orders. It could be a very, very large product, assuming it goes to the wide enough public that people actually know about it. But you can already see there's 337,000 views of Bernd Borner's video. So it's making a lot of waves already. If 1/10 of that has ordered them at this point, that's 36,000 pre-orders in just a few minutes. So more than likely, they're going to have orders to keep them busy for years to come. Alrighty, folks, I'm excited about this. I hope you are as well. Be sure to like my video so other people can find it, which means other people can find out about Neo and EVANNEX technology. And while you're down there, if you want to subscribe for more of this kind of content, that would be fantastic. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.